Hi Cancerian, welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. This is your love reading for the upcoming 2 weeks, starting today on the 26th of November till the 9th of December. And happy new moon. It's a happy new moon today. And if you listen into this a week later, you're still on the good side. Like everything has shifted. We've moved out from Scorpio season, we're in Sagittarius season, so everything that was like lightning and thunder and quick in, quick out, chaotic, transformative, blah blah blah. You sort of were calming it down this time around, and you can feel like you almost have like a little, not a hangover. It's almost like I don't even remember how it was to be hungover, but like you have a hangover from having a cold or like a really bad flu, and you just feel a bit tired in your body and a bit, sort of like am I on my way to get a cold now? No, you're not. It's just maybe you are, but like energy wise, that might be the thing that you're feeling. I just want to let you know. And also with the new moon in Sagittarius, which is even, putting it forward even more, settling into more secure, safe, grounded energy rather than Scorpio. And from here on out to 2020, it just feels freaking awesome energy-wise. However, every time I say something like that, I always finish off with saying, take responsibility for your own life, for your own energy. It doesn't really matter what the planets, what the moons, what people around you, your bank statement. It really, truly does not matter what it says. You can still define yourself. You can still determine and decide who you are, right? So let's all keep practicing that one. For the upcoming 2 weeks for your love reading, let's see what's going on for you, Cancerian. Okay, so the first thing that I'm picking up on here is that somebody has left somebody. So I do get like it's something is flying away. It's like it's this knowledge, and it's usually like this card usually comes out when you need to get more information. And so in this particular situation, I feel like you need more time. You need to figure out what just happened. You need to just feel it for a moment, what you think of this. So probably somebody broke it off with you, or you broke it off with somebody, or if you haven't like split up with somebody, I think that you're about to, or you're really thinking about it. And if you're really thinking about it, and if you're having second thoughts, if you're not sure, just give yourself a couple more days into Sagittarius to like let everything calm down, be more like I'm all puffy today. I feel it from just the energy that has gone on. If you just rest in it for a bit, if you're a very sensitive person, and this is Cancerian, I call you my hybrid people, because mainly if you're new to this channel, welcome so very much. It feels like you're so open, and of course I'm like speaking for all Cancerians now, like you're one entity, and of course that's not true, so take whatever resonates with you. But generally it seems like since I've started this channel just recently, you very quickly became like a hybrid version of, like Crash Course would be, you came to this earth with one set of DNA strings, and then you're leaving this earth with a different set. It's like you're upgrading our very species. I know that sounds very dramatic, and it sounds almost like, is that even possible? I am only suggesting what I'm receiving from source, and I mean, I do know that we're having deep transformational changes going on the planet as we speak, and this is the great awakening that we're going through right now. Maybe you thought you were coming for a love reading, but this is a crash course in metaphysics. Welcome. But it seems like, so then, okay, you blend the old with the new. It's like the hybrid cars. You're sort of in the leading. You're in the front, like you're the first to try everything. You're the first, and I mean that on a cellular level. It's not like you're the first to try the latest Volvo, as we would have in Sweden, but like you're really upgrading your DNA to such a different degree than I feel most other people are not. Of course, there are people everywhere in all different walks of life. They are doing the same, but for some reason, the Cancerians that I'm drawing to this channel seems to be in the leader's seat, in the driver's seat for this. So you probably have felt the Scorpio energy quite a bit. Like you really have dove deep into it. And so if that's what you're feeling and it has left you a bit confused about, do I not want this relationship anymore? Do I know, like, don't I fit here anymore? Do I want to move on? Or if this is your person thinking this way, that is definitely not news to you. You're not walking around at home having no clue that that's what's on their mind, because first of all, you're a lie detector. Like you're spotting when anything and everything is off, like from miles and miles away. You can just immediately pick that up. So just give yourself a break here. I feel like just take a moment and like somewhat to what the card says, get more information, feel into it a bit more before you get like to decide any big time changes. And if this is a person that you've been with for a long time, then really take your time to think about it. And just know that for a fact, the universe would bring you back together if you sort of made the wrong decision, or if you feel like, oh man, maybe I'm not doing this right. There's always time to make things up afterwards. It's always never too late for anything, okay? If this is for you single guys, I feel a completely different story. I feel like you're like the flight that I'm seeing, and I know you don't, maybe there's a huge butterfly sort of flying away in this card, and that's what I'm drawn to today. It's so interesting what I'm drawn to in all the different readings. It feels like your lonely days are over, like like it's flying out the window, like lonely days no more. Might be a good title for the reading, Lonely Days No More. But then for the committed, that's confusing. So yeah, I feel two very different stories going on here. And here is my hybrid card. So Cancerian, that's you. That's my dragonfly, and the dragonfly comes out not as a dragonfly, but actually as a dragon with fly wings. So there's two species that they're like meshing together, and that's you. That's basically what I just described. That's you. So this is like you for the committed Cancerian first. You being in a relationship and thinking about whether to leave, or if if this reading resonates with you, I'm going to do an extended on this and see where your person's at. So maybe that's clarification for you as well. So my hybrid people, it feels like you are blending the old with the new. So it feels like you've really upgraded yourself. You really have moved on to a different level, like to a new set of vibration, like a new frequency almost. And in that newfound place, I feel a discord between you and your partner. It's like all of a sudden you're almost strangers to each other. Maybe not like it's embarrassing to like, who are you walking here around in my house? But more like friends rather than passionate lovers, more like having like individual lives but under the same roof. That's that type of thing. You come, they go, they come, you go. It's like it really has put you apart. And that's due to the fact that you've really stepped up. Like you really have moved into this completely different version of yourself, which is really cool. And so now the tough thing is just to keep going, keep walking, keep moving forward. I just want to say, I should have that in the back of my mind. I see a lot of orbs here now. Not a lot. I saw two, one on my left and one on my right. The one on the right was 5 minutes ago maybe, and the one on the left just a few minutes ago, 1 minute ago. I think it was a Pisces love reading. The last time's love reading for Pisces. If you check that out, you'll have an orb on camera. But the camera actually caught it finally, what I see from my very eyes. And they keep showing up as soon as there's something that they want to confirm. Like if they want to stand behind the message, if they really want to and for me as well, to sort of heighten okay, this is really true. And so take that to heart, that this is really true. I don't always sit here and say when I see the orbs, because it's not really about that. And for some reason, some people, anyway, it doesn't matter. That's just spirit coming in saying, this is true validation of what I'm just speaking of, that it could be now so easy. It is not easy at the end, but it could be so easy to sort of retrieve, like to sort of go back or sort of almost start to hinder yourself. Because if you notice that if you sort of go through the roof with your energy, if you move forward, you're getting stronger and stronger and higher and lighter and lighter. And that it turns out, okay, so if I keep progressing like this, if I keep having this sort of transformation, I seem to lose people. I seem to not be able to hold on to my partner. Maybe you've shifted friends. Maybe there's a different dynamic with parents, co-workers. And if that is the evidence that you see of this shift, the initial reaction and fear might kick in to say, I'm not so sure I want this transformation. So it's so important to just stay your course, stay your path, and just trust the universe that you will. If you don't feel take your time, move into Sagittarius, settle down in this newfound energy, give yourself a couple of weeks or a month. So move into December and well into maybe even past New Year's. Don't rush yourself out of this situation, because it feels like Scorpio sort of took a bit of a toll on us, and it confused us a bit. And so just until you feel if you're coming in mid-December and you just know in your heart that this relationship is over, by all means end it. But I'm just saying, if you're coming from a very confusing place and you don't know what's up from down, you just know that you keep moving ahead and you keep getting stronger. Just stay in that energy, and you will know in the future if you're supposed to leave this relationship, or if your partner feels that we're not meant for each other anymore. Just trust then that the universe has a different relationship for you, that you're not going to be alone in this. It's then you're upgrading, and I don't mean any disrespect to your partner, I don't mean any disrespect to you, but then you're shifting into something different that really suits you better. It's like when you're 5 years old, you can't wear the same pair of shoes when you're 7 as you were 5. You're sort of moving into a different pair of shoes. I just compared your partner to a new pair of shoes. So yeah, that's the thing with the committed. And then for singles, I feel like yummy. It's okay, now we're blending the hybrid card coming out. I feel like finally, when this first card comes out to say your single days are over, finally we're blending. It's it's a very metaphysical reading today, but it feels like for the first time probably ever in this lifetime, you're going to meet a person that you are sort of turning into this not that you and your person becomes a hybrid couple, but more like they're sparking this super mega superpower growth in you. They're really helping you to step into the next level. And I feel like for a lot of Cancerians out there, and I don't want to disrespect any man right now, but it feels like for a lot of Cancerian women out there, you probably have felt like you lack a real man, or if you're homosexual, a real whatever. I shouldn't even get into that because there's so many different what everybody prefers today. So whatever your sexual preference is, whatever your partner preference is, whoever you want as your partner, let's just say that, that you felt in the past that you were not supported, like that they would not understand the weirdness of you, the craziness of what you went through, if that makes sense. And it feels like some of you guys even were like, it's just not ever going to be in the cards for me, but literally it's in the cards for you. Get it? It's like you're finally coming to a place where this person entering your life will get it, because even they might be the hybrid type themselves, but even if they're not, they're just coming from a completely, like they're just having this sort of, they're just able to see the perspective of who you are and interested in who you are and loving you for who you are, rather than just, who are you? Like, you're just weird. This doesn't work out for me. And to the defense of other people, you probably have not shown fully your shine, like your light, to the previous partners, and they might have felt a bit shut out. But today, I was going to say, but this time around, it feels like you can let your guard down. You can show your true colors to your new partner. It's just a match in heaven. It's really beautiful. And then the end card, the last card, is the illusion card. And the illusion card, both for singles and committed, comes out to say, you get to choose. This is all an illusion. Like I said, it was a very metaphysical reading. It very often is for you, Cancerian. It doesn't matter if I try to do love readings for you, you still seep in there. This is your reality, or this is your illusion, and you get to choose. You get to pick it. So if you're in a committed relationship, you don't know which way you want to go, it really is up to you what you choose. And the person you leave behind, they're so much better. If you're not, like, if you feel like this is the end of the road for you, this is the end of this relationship. You're shared as much as information as a person, as a couple can share with each other, and the growth is there, it's time to move on. They're going to be so much better off as well. So you're not hurting. Of course, it's just always a heartache when somebody separates. It doesn't necessarily have to be in the future, but you're allowed to feel it. They're allowed to feel it, but you still have the right to walk away. You get to choose. And single people, you get to choose your partner. You get to choose what you ask for. Don't settle for less. Okay, guys? This is your reading for today, your love reading for the upcoming 2 weeks. If you felt like this resonated with you, then I have the extended in the link in the description box down below. Then I welcome you there. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you back in a week for your overall general reading. And please subscribe in a way out if you haven't already. I am so close to 1,000 now. It's silly. And then the channel can just have a life on its own. So thank you much. Thank you so much for just being here. It really helps the channel a lot. Take care. Bye.